Good day all, I welcome you to today's class. Today we will be looking at a very important topic in physics, which is simple AC circuit. In this simple AC circuit, we have three problems right on the board to solve. Alright, so let's start with the first one. So we have if an AC current has a peak value of 10 amps, its root mean square value would be. Now, in trying to resolve this problem, you need to understand that each of these problems, we have three problems here, each of these problems have a given parameter, and then we have to first of all write down the parameter that is given. All right, so we have that of peak value of 10 amps. So we have that the peak value, which is the I naught, I sub 0, is given as the 10 amps. Okay, so the question said, if an AC current has a peak value of 10 amps, its root mean square value would be. So what we have to do first is to write down the value of the peak current. Now this is the value of the peak current, so that's 10 amp. And then we are asked to find the root mean square value. If we're asked to find the root mean square value, that means we have to put down that our root mean square value for the current is what we are looking for. Now, another thing that should come to your mind is what is the formula that connects these two things? So the formula that connects these two things is root mean square current is equal to 0.7071 times your peak current, okay, times your peak current. So we have this. So what I have to do now is I'm giving the peak current as 10. So I'll input it there, 0.7071 times 10. Now, if you multiply these two, you have 0.7071 times 10 will give you 7.071 amp. So this is the answer. Now, there's another formula that connects these two. If you don't want to use this one, you can also use this one, which is the root mean square current, okay, is equal to the peak current, okay, over sub 2. All right. So these are the two formula that connects the peak current and the root mean square current. So the question said, if an AC current has a peak value of 10 amps, its root mean square value would be, so this is the peak current and this is the root mean square current. And this is the first formula that can connect these two, and then you impute the value of the peak current, which is 10. And then we have this one, you just impute the value, which is what? 10 over sod 2. Now, if you divide these two, you get 0.7, you get 7.071 amp. So that's the answer. So it's same thing with these two, same thing. So either you use this formula or you use this one. Now we have the second question, which is if the root mean square current in an AC circuit, is 5 amp, what is the peak current? So to be able to solve this problem now, you have to first of all verify the problem that you're asked to find. So you are asked to find the peak current. So that's what we're asked to find. What is the peak current? So if you're asked to find what the peak current, so that means that the peak current, which is your I sub 0, you just have this, that's your peak current. Then in the question you have, if the root mean square current in a circuit is given as what? 5 amp. So I'll then have that my root mean square current is given as 5 amp. Now, what formula connects these two? And the formula that connects these two, remember what we did in the previous one. This one, we use this formula. If not this one, then you can use the other. So we're going to use that the root mean square current, okay, the same thing as 0.7071, then times your peak current. Now, we are asked to find the peak current, and we are given the root mean square current. So what are we going to do? So this is your root mean square current, which is 5, and we're asked to find this one. So let's impute the given value. So if I impute the given value, now just watch closely. This is 5 and then equal to, then this is 0.7071, all right? 0.7071, then times my peak current. Okay, so this is what I have. I have 5 here, I have 0.7071. So I can divide here, okay, to complete the solving. Now, look at this. This is 5. This is 0.7071 times I naught. So that will be 5 is equal to 0.7071, then the I sub 0, which is the peak current. Now, what I have to do is to divide both sides with 0.7071. Why am I dividing with 0.701? The reason why I'm dividing with 0.701 is I am looking for the peak current, and I'm not looking for 0.7071 I naught. Rather, I'm looking for the peak current, which is the I naught. Since I'm looking for the I naught, I have to remove every other number that is together with the I naught. For instance, if I have 2x equal to 5, and then I'm asked to find x, I have to remove this 5 by dividing all through with 2 so that I can be able to get the x. All right? So if I have this now, watch, I have to wipe this off. So I have this now, okay? So what I have to do is to cancel out. Use this to divide both sides, to cancel out. Then I have this. Now I have to get my calculator, and then I have to resolve this. So I have 5 over 0.7071 equal to, now let's use a calculator to resolve this. All right, so we have a calculator here. So we have 5 divided by 0.7071. Okay, we have 7.07 amp. That's the answer. Now let's repeat. Let's look at what we just did. Now, if the root mean square current in a circuit is 5 amp, what is the peak current? What is the peak current? That's what the question said. So what's the peak current? So looking at this now, what I have to do is to first of all write down the given parameters. First of all, I was informed in this question that the root mean square current is 5 amp. And then what is the peak current? So this is the root mean square current given as 5 amp. And then this is the peak current. Then what formula connects these two? The formula that connects these two is the root mean square current is equal to 0.7071 times the peak current. Now I'm asked to find the peak current, and then I'm given the root mean square current. Then root mean square current is 5. The peak current is what I'm to find. Then I'll have this. Okay, 0.7071 times this I naught. You have 0.7071, then I naught. Then this is the 5. Okay, then you divide through. Divide both sides with this. Divide both sides with this. Why? Because we're looking for I naught, which is the peak current. Okay, and then if you divide through with this, you have this, and then you get this. Okay, that's the solution to number 2. Now let's look at number 3. Now we have this one. Okay, a resistor of 10 ohm carries an root mean square current of 2 amp. What is the average power dissipated? Now, for me to be able to solve this problem, just understand that there is a connection. First of all, you have to write down the parameters given. So for me to write down the parameters given, I have to first of all, this is the resistor, which is 10 ohm. So I'll come over here, I'll write resistor, which is 10 ohm. Carries a root mean square current of what? Of 2 amp. So the root mean square current of 2 amp. What is the average power? So I have find the average power. So that's the power. Now, what equation connects these two? So the equation that connects these two is power is equal to the root mean square current, okay, times the resistance. This is the equation that connects the two. So this is your power root mean square, and then this is your root mean square current, okay? So I will now impute the given values. So for me to impute the given values, I will then have that this is the power, this is the root mean square current. Now, from the question, we are given the resistor as 10. So I'll impute the given values. We're also given the current as 2. So current here is 2. Then resistor is what? Is 10. So I have 10. So look at this now. So we have 2 times 10. So 2 times 10 will give us what? 20. And then the unit of power is what? Is watt. So the answer to this question, what is the average power dissipated, is 20 watts. All right, so this is a concise solution to 3 problems in simple AC circuit. In more of our videos, we'll be giving out more problems that's in relation to impedance and other problems. All right, thank you for watching.